Ho, 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 mofos, it's Christmas time. Well, it's December, which technically to me is Christmas time. Yes, I'm back after a very nice Thanksgiving and a very nice birthday. Thank you very much for all the birthday tweets and Facebooky stuff and all that. I very much appreciate it. I had a great day, and I don't look a day over 42 and a half, right? First up, a little message to EA and DICE. Battlefield 4. Fucking fix it. Yeah, I'm starting off with a little bit of rage because EA have announced this in the last week or so that they're going to hold back on all the DLC for Battlefield 4 so they can fix the game. No shit, Sherlock. Maybe you should have fixed the fucking thing before you released it. What is it with you? Every time this year you've tried to release an online game and it's gone tits up. It's not as if it's your first rodeo. It's Battlefield 4. That means there've been at least 3 beforehand, and it's a multiplayer game. How can you balk this up over and over again? Little pro tip for you. Spend less time calling out Call of Duty and bitch talking and being the big boys with the big dicks swinging it around, and spend less time on wanky single player experiences for a multiplayer game, and just focus on delivering the best multiplayer experience. Or hell, why don't you focus on delivering a multiplayer experience that the people who shelled out $60 can actually fucking play? So come on, sort your shit out. Unless you want to be voted that worst company in America again next year, how about you get back to making the fucking games, not running before you can walk, not bitch talking about your competitors, and focus on going back to what made Battlefield great. An amazing, immersive, fun, stable multiplayer experience. And now it's time to talk about my next-gen thoughts. That's right, the Xbox One and the PS4. They came out. And they've sold 3 million units combined in the first day or something. 2.5 million units with the European release for the PS4, and God knows what Microsoft are selling with Xbox One, because they just released a press release saying, well, people have spent 17.6 gazillion years on Rise polishing their swords, and people have spent 50 billion months on Forza going around in circles and doing wheelies and shit. They didn't actually release the sales figures for Europe and stuff, so I'm guessing they might have got caned a little. Deservedly so, I'm sorry. Look, I've had access to these consoles for a couple of weeks now, and I gotta say, I'm not impressed. First of all, there's the issues. There are issues with the PS4, cloud saving and disk drive issues, and there's issues with the Xbox One, disk drives not working, and the Xbox One doesn't like anything on top of it. All right, well, it's not a fan of mission reposition. That's unfortunate. But it's not just that. It's the whole having to update everything, having to install everything, and nothing coming in the box working. Let's talk about the Xbox One UI. Pins. Really? Do I look like a fucking seamstress? Let's talk about Rise. The only thing that rises when I play that game is the bile in the back of my throat. Thank you, I've been saving that one for a while. Let's talk about Forza. A lot better than Rise, but then I've had craps that are a lot more interactive and playable and fun than Rise. Put the disc in, play through a little bit of the game, see all these little notifications for credits or gold pieces. How do I get them? Do I get them progressing through the game? Oh, I can unlock really cool stuff. So I'm guessing I have to grind through. Okay, that's kind of acceptable, you know. You earn stuff, you go forward. Oh, what's this? I want to get a certain car on Forza. That's going to cost me how much? All right, well, let me do the math here. How long is it going to take me to get to that car? Oh, I can buy that car. How much is that car going to cost me? $60? But the game costs $60. So one tiny piece of the game on top of that is going to be $60. Oh, and there's more cars to buy and more shit to buy. And I could either play for 10 years or I could plonk down $200 or $300 or $400. Let me think about it. Let me think about that for a minute. Are you fucking kidding me? Your launch fucking titles and you're already ramming they're not even microtransactions. They're fucking jumbo transactions. And I know they've gone back now and they've said, well, we're reevaluating how the economy system works and we're going to bring the price down of some of these things and we're going to up the how many credits you get. And you shouldn't have had that shit in the first place. This is the launch of your new console. These are your first titles, first party titles. And you have to get in there and fucking, oh, look, I'm just going to take this. I'm going to take this. It's just as well that it's Christmas because Ebenezer Scrooge is living up in fucking Redmond. All right, let's talk about PS4 for a minute because, you know, PS4 is in a better position, probably, than Microsoft because, you know, they've had Killzone and they had Knack, which aren't bad games. And as far as I know, I haven't seen, you know, I haven't seen anything saying, oh, if you want to unlock the Uber Knack, it's going to cost you $70. I haven't seen any of that shit. Again, disk drive issues, cloud save issues, problems with PlayStation Network, there have been those, and those need to be sorted, and I think they're finally getting their shit together. So Sony are a couple of steps ahead of Microsoft right now. In fact, several large steps ahead of Microsoft right now. But let's face it, none of these games are totally, you know, overwhelming in their fantasticness. None of them are system sellers. None of them are must-buys, must-plays. Do you want to know what is the best next-gen game, in my opinion, that we've seen with regards to consoles, next-gen consoles? Hold on a second. This is the best game on next-gen consoles. And that's it. I'm saying Wii U is a next-gen console. It is. Why? Because they brought this to the table. Not all is gloom and doom. You know why? Because on my birthday, I got some really cool presents. And I want to tell you a story about a console. A console with wireless controllers, just plug into your TV. A console with 80 games. That's right, 80. What's this, you say? What is this marvelous console? What is this wonder? Are the games any good? Are they all shit? I got this for my birthday. $40. I also got the Atari version as well, which is the old Atari games. But $40. Sega Genesis. It's just a little emulator chip in there, and it's got 80 games on it, 20 of which are crap, you know, that you don't really want to mess around with, but all the Sonic games from the Sega Genesis era are on there. All the Streets of Rage games, Golden Axe, Vector Man 1 and 2, Echo, how do you say, Echo the Dolphin?
I say Echo.
Echo the Dolphin. Comic Zone is on it. Comic Zone makes this worth the price of purchase alone. And look at this. You can dig up your old Sega Genesis cartridges and you can play them. And look, even though it does come with two wireless controllers, which work kind of okay, you can plug in your old Genesis controllers at the front. Did I mention that was $39.99? Did I mention that on my birthday, I spent the entire morning with a huge grin on my face, playing Sonic and Streets of Rage and Comic Zone and Vector Man and Eternal Champions and Shinobi? Why? Because those games, as limited as they were, 8-bit era, oh, 16-bit era, sorry. As limited as they were, 16-bit era and all that, you know, a good 20 years ago? They didn't have microtransactions. They didn't have uber wanky cutscenes and special, you know, world events and shit like that. They don't need to be always online. There's no achievements in there. Just the sense of achievement you get when you clear a boss level without losing a life, or you explore a new section. Streets of Rage 2 and 3, fantastic games. The original Sonic the Hedgehog, still better than the new Sonic games. Golden Axe, well, we all remember how bad the Golden Axe reboot was. That was pretty shit. Comic Zone, Eternal Champions, great games. There is so much fun to be had here. And let's face it, this shit isn't going to suffer from a disk drive issue. This shit isn't going to have a problem with a UI. This shit isn't going to connect to the internet and say, oh, we can't find the internet. The internet must be lost. Would you like to Skype? It's a games console. $39.99, people. Now, I know that there are a lot of you saying, oh, there's another retro console coming out just down the line. You should wait and get that. For Christmas, $39.99. You can't fucking go wrong. Works like a treat. The games are great. Most of the games. I felt like I was a 20-year-old with my Sega Genesis in front of me again. And I have a slew of old cartridges that are slowly getting worked through on this. But when I have more fun with that than I do with $900 worth of new tech, it's dodgy. Microsoft and Sony, get the games out. Now, I'm sure in 12 months' time, there will be a lot more games for Xbox One and there will be a lot more games for PS4. And we will say, oh, this is great. Just like Mario's come along and has really elevated how much value a Wii U can give you. The problem is we're getting to the stage we shouldn't have to wait for the new stuff. Microsoft have said, well, we're 6 months behind where we wanted to be with Xbox One. Why the fuck do you release it? Why the fuck do you charge everybody $500 a pop for something that's 6 months away from being finished? Why do you have commercials that lie? Oh, you want to Skype while you're playing a game? Well, snap to Skype while I'm playing a game. Just like they do in the TV commercials. Feature's not available. You want to play a Blu-ray or a DVD? Have to download the software. Not acceptable. If you're going to charge me $500 for something, make sure it's fucking finished. Make sure it's fucking working. If you're going to charge me $400 for something, make sure it's finished. Make sure it's working. Give us, the consumer, what we deserve, which is a little bit of respect, please. I'll be back next week. Follow me on Twitter. Stay tuned. It's Saturday. VGX is tonight. Do you know what VGX is? Good.